God exists. I met Our Lady and Jesus. I was overjoyed because I was in heaven. It is a very beautiful testimony describing life behind death. A man named Don Gerde Robert was able to return among living people and recounted the wonderful experience he had behind his earthly life, even meeting Jesus. Here is the story. Father Jared Robert was a spiritual son of Padre Pio, and one morning in the year 1955 he received a letter from the saint while he was in Algeria, where he worked for the Army Health Service. The letter said this: "Life is a struggle, but it leads to the light." Father did not understand these words, but the next night an extraordinary event occurred. A group of men from the Algerian National Liberation Front entered his village and, after capturing him, decided to shoot him. As soon as he was shot, Don Gerde Robert saw his body lying lifeless on the ground. He began to fly away to a tunnel full of light, and on his way, thinking of his parents, he found himself in their house with a detail that caught his attention, and that was a piece of furniture that had been moved into the house. During his journey through the light-filled tunnel, he thought of Pope Pius XII, whom he had met while studying in Rome, and was able to exchange a few words with him. At one point, Don Gerde Robert came to a very enlightened place full of rejuvenated people, among whom he recognized many people, but his journey continued, and it was at this moment that, still going upward, he became a speck of light. By his side were other specks of light, who were St. Peter, St. John, and St. Paul. Continuing on, he also encountered Our Lady, Jesus, and light behind Jesus that was God. In this beautiful light, he could finally feel infinite joy, eternal happiness. At this precise moment, however, Don Gerde Robert was brought back to earth and woke up noticing that the bullets had not indeed killed him. The miracle was unexplained, but certainly Padre Pio had helped the priests. In fact, after a few months, Don Gerde Robert met Padre Pio, who clearly made him understand his intervention in his salvation. In fact, Padre Pio had run to him at the moment of his physical death and managed to save him. This story is really very similar to the story of so many people who considered clinically dead, come back to life and were able to tell their stories. What this incredible story teaches us is very simple. Life behind life exists. The kingdom of heaven, where Jesus, Our Lady, the saints, our family and friends, and God await us, exists. And this is earthly life of ours is only a brief lightning bolt that will live in anticipation of the eternal life, toward which each of us travels. These wonderful experiences behind death should strengthen our faith and enable us all to be better people as we await the next passage.